Welcome to the first meeting of our mastermind for our social media explosion group. Just was kind of saying, this is just an orientation. So tonight, we're just going to talk about sort of expectations, what we're kind of hoping to accomplish, things like that. So just welcome to everybody. I really appreciate you all taking the time to be here. I think that you will be really glad that you did this. Kind of the goal out of this whole thing, in my mind, is to sort of create like a 4-day event that we can share with other people. That'll be sort of a plug and play. I think a lot of people feel nervous about jumping in and doing this. I know I felt really nervous about it. So to me, this came along at just the right time. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I would kind of like to hear from everybody, and just very, very briefly, why did you sign up and what do you hope to accomplish from taking this? So we're going to go really quickly. I want to really honor your time. I've already kind of screwed up 15 minutes of it. So let's, be respectful of one another. I'm going to start with Jody. Jody, would you just share with us? I'll let you unmute yourself. Okay, there you go.
Yep. So I joined this because today is my 1-year anniversary with One Hope, and I feel like even though I've been successful in personal sales, I'm doing pretty well as far as like growing a team, just learning to do things a little bit differently for what I have been doing the last year to grow both my PCs and Cs a little further.
Cool. I love it. So you're about growing and honing your skill a little bit. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Jody. I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks. Lisa Carlton, you want to talk to us?
Sure. So, as I said before, I'm from Minnesota. I actually started back in February, but at that time I had a ton going on. I went on a cruise, I started school. There was just a ton of things going on at that time. Came back from the cruise, and that's when COVID kind of surfaced. Yeah. So, really haven't done anything with the business. A lot of my coworkers and the people that I know have been laid off. So it's kind of hard to figure out how to introduce myself and the company at this time, but I'm starting to update my Facebook page. And then I saw this invite come through and thought, oh, this is a perfect timing. So,
that's awesome. That's awesome. I remember when you were going on that cruise.
Yep.
And I thought about you. I was like, oh man,
I kind of dropped off a little bit here because there's I work in HR at my company, so we have so much going on with the layoffs, and so I've been kind of a little bit overwhelmed here, but things are starting to get back on track for me.
Super proud of you for jumping in. It was a smart move on your behalf. I'm really glad that you did it. So welcome. I'm thrilled that you're here. Let's get you going. Be fun.
Yeah.
Miss Jenna Flynn, talk to us.
Hey everybody, I am from PA, and I wrote it down so that I declared it and it's gonna happen. So my immediate goal is to promote to director and to continue to promote. I joined in the very, very last week of September. So I have not been with all of you for a year yet. So my goal is to have 100 team members by my 1-year anniversary, when my baby is I'm due then, so that I can stay home next year and not go back to work after taking 6 weeks off from teaching. So I've done it before with my prior business, and I plan to do it again. Leave my job. Retire number 2. So I want to replace my teaching income and maintain at least 2,000 to 3,000 in TCV a month. I would love to promote at least 4 new team members a month and coach my team to grow their own businesses. Finally, I want to give back to the March of Dimes which is in honor of my son who passed away. So I would love to donate at least $1,000 a year in memory of him
Yeah.
for research for premature babies. And then I would love to keep donating back to causes that have helped me grieve, such as Molly's Bears and Angel Name Association.
Yay.
So, yeah,
Thank
big
you
goals.
so much for sharing. You do have big goals, and I'm watching you already, so I know you will achieve them. I'm so thrilled that you're here, and thank you for sharing all of that with us, and thank you for being part of helping us facilitate this thing, Jenna. You are a rock star, so I'm really excited to see what happens. Thank you. Thanks. All right, Miss Brenda Troop, what you got?
I'm super excited to be here. I am so thrilled I wish you'd make me go before the people who make me cry.
I know.
I'd rather wait. I'm tearing up already. I'm so excited. I'm thrilled to learn this new virtual stuff. Before I joined, I was definitely, let's have a conversation. Let's sit and have some wine. Let me hug you. Let me be in a room of 20 and we can have a great time. So this is all new. So I'm so excited to have all of this. And just today I had a call with a couple of my new CEs, and it was so fun to be able to say, oh my gosh, I just learned this little tidbit just from the lesson I was watching before I got on with them. So thrilled at New Education. So.
Yay, awesome. Yeah,
and I'm in Colorado with Lori.
I felt like we got so much just out of that training. Like that was crazy. And so I'm really excited to see what else happens. So thanks for being here. Thanks for making the commitment. You're awesome. Lisa Carchachi. Hey girl.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Wonderful. My internet is a little unstable, so if I freeze, I apologize, but I hope I freeze in like a really good pose of some type, so you're not looking at me like wonky. I am Lisa Carcacci, and I am from Rochester, New York, which is Western New York, and I have been with One Hope for 2 years. I signed up in 2018 after a blindsided job loss from my, I worked for a wine company. So I was seeking something to replace it, but elevate it. And I found One Hope, and I love it. And I think what I'm hoping to get accomplished this year is, overall, I want to translate my passion for the company into building a team and building sales and building a confidence in order to do both of those things. I would love to be a grandma by the end of the year, not physically, but yeah, and then just increase income every month. So those are my goals.
Cool. I'm just going to ask you, and I haven't done this with anybody else. Have you started doing virtual tastings or anything like that?
I have. I've had 2 of them, and they were very well received. People really, really liked them. My first, but sadly, I didn't get sales from them. So they were just like, "Oh my God, that's so fun! Bye." So yeah. It's that I need to. I've got to get that transition to. I got to turn it over and get something coming back in. So I can't wait to learn.
I think that's probably the thing that I'm most excited about is to really sort of focus on my outcome from, because the events are really fun. So yay, awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks.
Me too.
All right, Miss Carla, let's hear it, girl.
Well, if I fall asleep, I've been out in 30-degree weather all day today. So working on heating and cooling and attaching church air conditioning unit, but in Ohio, which by this weekend they'll need. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 30 and I've been out in the cold all day, and I'm like, we're beating it because it's going to be in the 70s this weekend. Anyways, I've been with One Hope probably, it's getting close to probably 3 years. I've kind of done it on my own accord. Lori's heard this before, and I always like surprising Lori when I really feel like working with business. She always like, whoa, there's Carla. Wow, Carla drove to Massachusetts and made $1,500 at the end of the month. But yeah, that's me. I kind of come and go and have been doing One Hope this way, kind of haphazardly. And obviously with the virtual, for me, I'm very stubborn. I'm 58 and I'm very stubborn. I've worked in construction my entire life. And so being around computers is like, so this is just so perfect because I've been complaining for like a year about, I really don't understand. I don't understand this. And the universe has smacked me smack in the face and said, this is how you're going to make money. And I've actually kind of been asking for it. So anyways, that's kind of, it's not really, I have a whole lot of goals. My true goal is just to feel comfortable in front of the computer. I don't have any, obviously you can see my energy. I don't have any problem with people, and I don't think I would freeze. I just freeze on, oh, it's alive. What button do I push? And
Right.
I'm the type of person where somebody literally see this big hand, somebody needs to take it and hold it. And once you hold it and teach me, I'm gone. But if you just say, hey, this is what button you push and then you're off, I literally need you to, not you, Nori, but I require somebody one-on-one with me. That's my learning. If there's any type of detriment, that's my learning detriment. So I've just kind of been doing One Hope by the seat of my pants, and
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it and I've loved it and I've done well. But this is the time. This is the time for me to. And I'm going to say real quickly what I thought was so exciting. I had this aha moment of, Josh being promoted, you being promoted, everybody being promoted in April. And I'm like, when you are new, it's like, wow, they're promoted. Well, the reason you're promoted into these bigger levels is because guess what? You've been working it. And when a great month like April comes, guess what? You get promoted to the next level. So if you just keep working an inch at a time, then it turns into the mile that you deserve 5 years down the road or 3 years down the road or 2 years down the road. So be aware that that's how I feel. I just need somebody to hold these big hands.
Your man hands.
My man hands. Those are
I
my
don't
bad
think they look like
hands.
man hands to me, but yeah, I mean, I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. Just so you guys know, thank you, Carla, for sharing
You're
all of that. I'm so thrilled that you're here.
I'm blessed.
I have not done the training. I've done exactly what you've done. So I have to have a sip. We are going to walk through this together, and we're going to learn it together. I've done
That's
other
exciting.
trainings, and I have a little bit of a background, as does Kaz. But that's exactly what's going to happen. This course is going to take us through step by step. So I'm super glad you jumped in, Carla. That's awesome. Miss Kaz-a-lot, my executive ninja.
There's a story there. Yes, I want to tag on to Carla. I just was typing it in, but now I'm going to say it. The reason that Lori promotes, that I promote, that we promote, guess what? Is because of you, right? Without you, we wouldn't do that. So the activity of your team is what pushes everyone up. We rise together, right? Whatever that expression is, all boats rise on the tide. What is that expression?
I don't know.
I don't know. Rising tide. Rising tide lifts all boats. That's what it is.
I like it. I'm writing that down.
Look it up. So yes, I'm Kaz, and I've been with One Hope for 4.5 years now. Laurie will tell me the date, November the 18th.
Sure. Oh no, November. Yeah. Anyway,
something like that.
November
Day after Laurie.
14th, 16th, 2015.
All right, there you go. And I love it there. My passion, my goal is to really everything comes from helping nonprofits raise money. That's where I come from with everything I do. And so when I'm talking with anyone about One Hope, that's the first thing that I talk about. The other passion that I have, my kind of why for this, is to help my team do what they want to do, whatever their goals are, whatever their dreams are. My passion is to help them achieve those things. And like Carla, you were saying, you've got your hand, you need someone to hold your hand. My hand is out to my team and saying, I'm going to help you. Just let me, right? With this training, I see this being hugely powerful for us to just save time, work smarter, not harder, to get the multiple hosts on a Facebook event, and just have fun with it. And then if you want to do a Zoom with each individually or the whole lot together, I think there's just a huge power in this training that we're going to be seeing. So I'm excited to do it with you guys.
Yay.
And kudos to you for being on the call tonight, recorded on the call.
Amen. Amen. That's so true, because it's so, I mean, as people are watching the replay, here's what I'm going to tell you. For me, It's very hard for me to watch the replay. And I'm not that disciplined. There's always something better to do. Being here in the moment when we can all interact with each other is going to be powerful. So yeah, well said, Kaz. Well said. What does it say? I wrote it down. A rising tide lifts all boats. Yeah, and that's 100% right. You guys are why we promote. And the goal for all of us is to learn this so that we can share this with everybody else. So well said, Kaz. Thank you. Miss Eunice, hello.
Hola. So Kaz, I still get dressed if I don't turn on the video because I'm always afraid of not turning off the video. So I have pants and everything on. Anyway, if you weren't in the Facebook chat, you guys missed it. I was naked while this thing was all coming together. So I'm Eunice. I've been doing One Hope for 2 years now. I'm actually direct under Kaz. I met her 3 years ago, and I actually joined for a lot of the same reasons that she did. It was because of the letter I got thanking me for the One Hope donation from one of my host parties that I was just like, I got to do more of this. So the reason I signed up for this is because I've struggled with really launching my One Hope business because I was also launching another business at the same time. And you always get progress where you're putting your focus. And I've definitely put my focus into that business and not my One Hope business. I had kind of a weird life epiphany last month, and I've decided to kind of pull back from my marketing business. I actually took a job as an employee, which 2.5 years ago I would have sworn I never would do again. That's part-time, being paid very well. So it's freed up a lot more time to focus on the things that I really want to be doing, which is this, and also working on my writing and speaking career. So my goal is just to be more effective and more efficient. I've actually I'm kicking off one virtual group tasting this week. I was trying to get it done last week over Mother's Day weekend, and it just didn't happen. And I did a virtual tasting in April. It was my first one. I actually booked it the night that we were having our training on how to do virtual tastings. While we were talking, somebody texted me and said, hey, I want to have a party, but how do we do that online? And I was like, funny you should ask. I'm learning about how to do it right now. What day do we want to start? So, and that one was actually almost as high of sales as my best events for my best group of hostesses that I meet. So I want to do more of that because for me, it's far more efficient. I'm a total extrovert, so I'll never stop doing parties. And I see this as an addendum to what we're able to do once we're able to start doing in-home tastings. You can still only do so many in-home tastings a month, but if we can be more efficient, work smarter, we can do a lot more virtual tastings and just exponentially grow what we're already doing.
Awesome. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. And I want to acknowledge everybody who's done this, who just jumped in, like Eunice was just talking about. Those of you who just said, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I got to do it. Kudos to you. That was a scary thing, and it was brave of you to do it. And we're just going to make it better. I love what you said, Eunice, about adding another, I call it another layer to our business. It's always been there, but like I, for one, was like, bah, I'm not doing that. I love what I do. I love being around people, but now that I've started doing it, I actually really enjoy it. So yay. Okay, Miss Michaela, thanks, Eunice. Miss Michaela, talk to us.
Hello.
Hi.
So I've only been in this now for maybe a month. It's what we're jumping in. So joined, of course, during this COVID thing. Sorry, my son is going to be crying in the background. We're just that kind of night. But I just really, it's hard because I watch myself and I compare myself to how far people are going, like the promotions, like people were talking about, and just being like, okay, well, how do I get there? How can I do that? But I really I want to be able to grow a team. I want to, I love the community that One Hope is. That was, a big reason of why I joined. I love the giving back aspect of it. And I'd love to be able to grow my team and have it, have everybody make this impact. I also, my regular job, I guess, I'm a therapist. So, but being that this is hard right now with the coronavirus situation, this is a great way to have that supplemental income. And so I want to be able to have an income come in to, help be, sustainable in my own life as well. So it's got like the personal goals, but then also just having that ability to grow and do better.
I love it.
And I do have 2 tastings this weekend, so that's good. I've done one already, which is a lot of fun, but same kind of thing. I didn't have a single sale come out of, my last virtual tasting, which was kind of disappointing. So it's like, well, okay, well, how do we do that? Let's, how can we make that happen? So just learning curves but yeah, I'm excited and ready to do it.
I love it. And you've actually already started growing your team. So you're already moving in the right direction. You're jumping right in with these tastings. And I think that we are going to, all of us, learn how to perfect what we're doing. So I really applaud you for being here. I think it's great that you jumped right in, Michaela, in every aspect. So thank
you. Yeah.
Kimberly, you go by Kim, right? Or do you go by Kimberly?
Yeah, Kim is fine.
That's what I thought.
Kim
Okay.
is good. Yes.
Hi, welcome. Talk to us.
Hi. So I am in New Hampshire. I joined just under 3 weeks ago. And to be totally honest, when I joined, I was not looking really to do a whole lot. I have been in direct sales in general for 6 years. But, I just very quickly saw something very special here. And although I wasn't expecting to really I was just looking for something like a little like on the side. I just thought this was really cool. But I just got sucked in, and I promoted like twice in 2 weeks, and I have no idea at the time. I had no idea how or what I was doing, but I love it so far. So my goal, well, 2 things. So one, this is a different type of business than I'm used to, and so just learning in general. However, like the Facebook party part, I have a whole bunch of parties going on and scheduled, and I really want to simplify and make the most of them and just be as smart about it as I can be. I do work a traditional job outside of this. I'm a corporate recruiter, part-time, and so I kind of have a lot of things going on, but who doesn't? So I'm going to just say this boldly, that my 90-day goal is, while I'm in my fast start, I want to hit that impact director.
Yes, ma'am.
The day that I signed up, I was like, yeah, no, like that stuff's not for me. Like no, that's okay. But yeah, no, I'm going for it. So I'm saying it out loud. So
I love it. I love it. It's one of the coolest things I think that we experience in this business is somebody who maybe joins just, whatever, I'm just going to get a discount. I mean, whatever, I'll sell wine to my friends. And then there's a little click and it's happened to several of you on this call right now. So it's not a mistake that you're here, obviously. So watching you, Kim, has been really awesome. I'm super excited for you. And
thanks.
I think this will help. I think this, again, to make us more efficient, work smarter, not harder. How cool is that? You're working your full-time job and you got this whole other thing going on over here, right? So, well,
yeah,
welcome. I'm really glad that you're here. Thanks. Ruth, you've been so patient. Hi.
Hi.
How are ya?
How are you? Before I go on, your glasses, I love them.
Oh.
I love your glasses. So I'm Ruth. I'm from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. I've been with One Hope for a little bit over 2 years. I guess the reason I started this program was because I wanted to kick myself in the butt here and get it in gear, to build a team. Some of the goals I have is I want to be director and obviously generate some income. But most importantly, I'm not really good like in front of the camera and stuff like that. So I wanted to help this course hopefully will help me build my online presence and confidence.
Awesome.
And I always feel like I don't know, I'm just shy about that. So that's my main thing, is to build my confidence with social media and my lives, and get
Okay.
get this business going.
So feel a little more confident, right?
Yes.
I can tell you, how do you feel when you do a live tasting? I'm just really quickly, I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but how do you feel when you do a live tasting?
I get nervous going in at first, but once I'm there, I'm better. I don't know what it is with being in I feel like I'm better one-on-one with people than behind the camera.
Okay.
And I think it's just my own insecurities. I don't like how I look. I don't, I beat myself up about all kinds of things, the way I speak and the way, it just goes on and on and on. But, I think I need to stop overthinking it, step out of my comfort zone, and just, release that fear that I'm being judged, because who gives a rat's ass,
Exactly. This is what I'm saying right now. I don't even have pants on, Ruth. Okay. I'm just not. I'm totally kidding. And I'm
the one like said,
I'm not going to try.
Why did I put pants on?
I know. I'm totally joking. I have pants on. I'm kidding. But just the reason I asked you that question about how you feel when you do a live is because that's how it's feeling to me. I thought, oh gosh, am I going to be nervous, or what's it going to feel? Once I get started, it's just like this, and it just feels very natural. So you'll probably find yourself kind of channeling that, and not to blow smoke in any way, shape, or form. You look beautiful. So you can take that right off your list. And I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not kidding. You look fabulous. So take that
I
off.
wrapped my head because my hair was bad. I'm like, okay, I forgot we were doing live Zoom. I'm like, oh God.
So pretty. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. I did not a live event. I have an online event, and I only did one live on there. It wasn't like the tasting. It's just an online event. Yeah. And I really did well last month. And I have one going this month. I did a live for that, but I just feel like I trip over my own words. I just need to be better. My son said practice in front of the mirror, and I'm like, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, and the other thing is, you don't have, I don't know, maybe they're going to teach us something totally different. In my opinion, you don't have to go live. You can do a video and post the video. That's how I feel, We can't interact with you anyway. So
right.
Anyway, you're going to be great. I'm trying to let somebody in the room here.
And also, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be. Like, these first few are kind of bumpy. Like, I think back to when I very first started doing public speaking, my speaker coach made us actually take videos of ourselves and watch them. And it was the most awful experience ever. However, it made me start to look at those things that I could stop doing that would make me a better presenter. And those things have helped immensely. So the more you practice, the more you do it, the more natural it's going to feel. But you, like I said in the chat, you can't get great until you get started. You just have to start doing it.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace. Be flexible. You're gonna not be flawless, and accept that, and just learn from what you did, and get better and better.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for
good advice, Eunice. Thank you. Jackie, hi. So did I have you in the wrong room? And if so,
I apologize.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, no problem.
I apologize to all of you who are in the wrong room. I don't know. I'm sorry about that. Hi.
Nice. No problem. Hello. How are you?
Good. We're
just
talking
to see all of you.
Talking about sort of why we joined this particular course and kind of what your just real short-term goals are. We're going to walk through kind of everything that was in the email in a little bit, but just to get started.
Sure. So probably most of you don't know who I am. So I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I've been with One Hope a little under a year. So I started, I think, June of last year. And I also have another full-time job. I run an insurance agency here with my dad. So as you can imagine, during this time of COVID, it's been a little overwhelming with a lot of questions because people don't know what to do and whatnot. So I've been a little preoccupied with that in addition to, One Hope. But it's been so much fun because we've had all of these sales, and I love talking to people. It's been one of my things that I've always enjoyed. But I've actually never done a virtual tasting. I've always done things in person. So this really spoke to me. So I thought, I mean, it couldn't hurt, both in my personal and on my side hustle, or my professional and my side hustle. So I was like, this sounds awesome. It's just a matter of setting aside the time and, you know, doing it and putting forth that effort. So that's really what drew me to this. So I look forward to learning more.
Thrilled that you're here. You've done so much in the time that you've been here. So it's been really fun to watch, and I think you're going to get a lot out of it. So I'm really glad that you're here.
Thank you.
I think we're going to all rock this thing. Lori, is it Ranny?
It is.
Hi. I apologize. I know you heard me, but I'm going to apologize to Megan as well. Apparently, I posted 2 different Zoom links, so my apologies. They both led to the same place, so I don't know what I did. But I apologize for anybody that was having to wait. So
that's okay. It was perfect.
Oh, good.
Because now I can go on my phone. I'm still trying to wait for my computer, but I guess this one won't work.
Well, why don't you just share with us a little bit about what brought you in the door and what you kind of hope to accomplish?
Me, Megan, or Rainey?
I'm sorry, Lori.
Oh, okay.
Lori.
So I live in Denver, well, Lakewood, but I started with One Hope about, gosh, I don't know, 2 years or so ago, and really haven't done much with it. I'm a middle school English teacher, and I do a lot of professional development training with other teachers. So I think at the beginning I bit off a little bit more than I could chew. So I've done a couple of in-person tastings. I haven't really done anything online. So I figured this would be a good way to just kind of jumpstart the whole thing, especially going into summer, because I do have a little bit more time. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. I just really want to get some systems and structures in place. So One Hope isn't just like another thing I have to do, but it's just part of my routine. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Cool. Thank you for being here. I love that you're jumping in to do it. I think it's going to be great. And what I can say about all of us is we don't really have any bad habits to unlearn. So that's nice. And I'm literally looking forward to all the good stuff we're going to learn. So thanks for being here. Hi, Barb. Hi, nice to see you.
Yes, hello.
Hi. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what made you decide to take the course and kind of what you're hoping to get?
Yeah, just to build some more knowledge base. I have not good bandwidth with Facebook and posting things, and the confidence level with all that too. I could definitely build on that. So just to learn some more and just learn more marketing type of tools as well. I did do a Zoom virtual tasting a few weeks back, and it was probably my most successful wine tasting yet, or close to it.
How about that?
So it was fun. It was people I already knew, some hockey moms. I actually did I had dropped off some bottles earlier for some of them. So some had it, some didn't. So it was cool for some to be talking about it. And it's almost like I wrote some of them a script, but I didn't. They were just like, oh, I don't usually like Chardonnay, but I love this.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. So it was fun and cool. And I did some of the pictures or shareables that One Hope has. They have something built for this, I think, like some pictures. Yeah. And I kind of showed that in the background here and there. So, but I definitely am not self-assured to put anything on Facebook or anything live. That scares me.
Okay. So, well, so we know where to push you a little bit then. I'm just taking a little note, Barb. No worries.
I don't feel the greatest, so if I go off camera or something, don't be insulted.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Thanks so much, Barb. And Megan, hi. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to unmute you. So, hi. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm sorry for the confusion.
That's okay.
So yeah, talk to us a little bit about what made you jump in and what you're hoping to accomplish.
Okay, so just real quick, these are going to be at 8:15 p.m. for me, Eastern Standard Time. today, the 13th, the 20th, and 27th.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the 27th, but we're going to kind of go through all of that. Yes.
Okay.
We're going to sort of decide as a group about 26th or 27th.
Okay. So for me, yeah, I loved the in-home wine tastings. They were so fun. I'm not big on social media. I have it all. And I'm more like, occasionally post my kids, usually never me, and maybe a picture of like my drink and the sunset behind it. Like I'm more like that. So I didn't know how to do this virtual thing. So I joined the online webinar the other night, and I thought it was great. I thought all 3 speakers were great. And I'm like, why not? Yeah. I mean, I never would have paid what it was like $1,000, but $100, yeah, why not? I'll do it. Like, teach me, make me as passionate as you guys are. And I needed to be flawless. I didn't want to go on and be struggling. Like, I work for a big wirehouse. The Zoom meetings are painful. And I'm like, oh my God. Like we have so little time, and it's like conference call. And I got people just fumbling, and I'm like, I can't be the fumbler. So I was like, I need to learn from them. I need to know how to do that multiple host with the link, and then everyone else has a link. Like, I can't wait to learn that, because I would do that probably a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And even when we get out of this, I'm still probably going to do that once a week. I mean, it's just fun.
Why wouldn't you? Right?
I don't know how.
Well, no, but I'm saying I don't know how either, quite frankly, but once we all learn it, why wouldn't we do it all the time?
Uh-huh.
I mean, there are people who don't want to clean their house. There are people who don't want to have people over. So
yes,
it's
very stressful to have.
Yeah. So it's a great addition to everything that we're doing. So,
and you can invite more people.
Right. Exactly. Be sure to be checking the chat, because Eunice and Kaz are doing a really great job of kind of encapsulating everything that's being said. So take a look at that. Take some screenshots if you like. I think I got everybody. Is there anybody that I missed? I don't think so. And Megan, just FYI, I am the fumbler, so apologies.
I don't care. I just don't want.
I don't care if you're the fumbler. I just don't want to be the fumbler.
Yeah, basically.
So, and I promise you that we'll have it all ironed out by Wednesday, which is our next meeting. So,
okay, perfect.
I'm gonna.
Lori, did you share your goal?
Oh, sure. Well, my goal is exactly what I said. It's for me personally, but really my ultimate goal is to, through this process, create sort of a plug and play for our teams. So that folks that feel intimidated or worried or scared. My big hang up was, I don't want to come up with all that content. I don't want to have to try to figure it out. And right now I'm doing groups for online events, and I've got like 10 groups going. Well, as soon as I heard you could do multiple hosts, I was like, oh, yeah, that's so much better. I don't know how to facilitate that yet, but I'm going to learn. We're all going to learn it together. And then we're going to have, as we grow our teams, this can be part of our onboarding. As people come in, we can literally say, and this is how we do an online. You know, Kaz and I both have recorded live events, because people get nervous and they're like, I've never seen a tasting, and here, watch this recording. That's how it works. And then it's so helpful for people. We both have experienced that.
I just watched yours, Kaz.
There you go.
It was helpful.
Yeah. So the goal is to have that available virtually as well. So
Lori. Sorry.
Huh? You what?
I meant Lori. I watched yours the other night. It was very helpful.
Well, good. I'm so glad that it was helpful. But yeah, so that's really my goal, is to create this thing for people that they literally can just walk in, copy, paste, don't have to think about it. So thanks for asking. Okay, so I'm going to kind of walk through this. I have some instructions here. So just to clarify, this is a course that's being offered by Steve Wilshire, who did part of the training the other night, along with Mandy and Michelle. So I get some supporting materials. So that I'm going to be reading something right now. I don't want you to think that I'm like, you know, I haven't memorized it because that's not what I do. So let me pull this over here and just say kind of some of the ground, I don't want to say rules, but sort of, you know, we're here to help you guys really truly increase your income, build your personal business, create this Facebook event where we can impact a lot of people at one time, hone our skills for being live and how to behave on Facebook and things like that. We are going to have 4 group mentoring sessions. This course was meant to be done in a month. We're doing it in 2 weeks because I don't want to take a month, okay? And I feel like we can do it. I'd rather just power through it and get it done and get everybody into action. So the dates for the session are, grab my book here. The part 1 will be this coming Wednesday, the 13th. We will meet at 6:15. If you'd like to, I'll be here at 6 if you want to come in early and just get your yayas out and chat a little bit. We can do that. 6:15, I will repost all of this in the event. Everybody use the link in the event. Okay, that should be the easiest for everyone. We will, at that point, we will be discussing the first lesson, if you will, and that's in the training, in the course that you got from Steve. So we will be talking about the first lesson, and you will come prepared to share your takeaways and your assignments from part 1, okay? And everybody will be asked to participate, and I'm going to talk about that too. The next session will be Monday, the 18th, again at 6:15 Mountain. I give Mountain time because that's where we live. That will be for, shockingly, section 2. So again, we're going to talk about the assignments and what you learned from that and the steps that you're going to take. I think that's going to be the biggest part. And I learned XYZ, and here's how I'll implement it, okay? The next time that we meet will be Wednesday the 20th. And on the 20th, we will actually be going through sections 3 through 7. So they're very short, and you should be able to get them all done. But again, same thing, assignments and takeaways. So those are a lot shorter. I know 1 and 2 are very, very long. Not to freak you out, because I don't think that's that long, but we don't want to overwhelm you either. And then, as I was mentioning, the 4th one right now is going to take a vote. If you would put it in the chat box. It is scheduled to be on the 25th. That is actually Memorial Day. So I didn't want to automatically make it the 26th because I don't really know if people are going to be anywhere. So why don't you put in the chat box your preference for 25 or 26, and we will take whatever gets the most votes. And then Kaz, would you kind of be in charge of that for me, just to see what wins, 25 or 26?
I just said, why don't we just make it the Wednesday of that week, the 27th?
I can't on that Wednesday.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a tasting. Was there, I mean, actually, if you want to facilitate it, you certainly can. I don't have to be here. We can all share, you know, what we're doing here.
The 26th is supposed to be our team meeting as well.
Okay, I don't believe that we'll be having that team meeting.
No, but I will. Okay,
okay.
I'll jot down what people say.
So we'll jot down what you say, and then if we need to amend that, we have enough time to let you all know. Okay. So I think the important thing to say here is that this isn't a training. This portion of what we're doing is not a training. It's more of a coaching, and it's really done in a mastermind sort of style, which is just what you just experienced. Sometimes we may go over in time. We're going to try not to. I don't think I really set a solid time for this, but I do recognize that it's late on the East Coast and I don't want people to be up, past their bedtime. So be efficient when you're speaking. We want to hear what you have to say, but we also want to make sure everybody gets to talk, and we're not taking too long. So basically what you'll do is you'll be reading the assignment, and there's supporting audio for those as well. And I know for me, it works really well to be listening while I'm reading. I seem to absorb a lot more. So that's a suggestion I can make. I've done a lot of Steve's courses. So for me, I know that works really well. And then obviously putting it into action. Don't wait until the next time, right, to put it into action. Jump in and let us know how it went, or let us know what your plan is. So you guys, I don't need to tell you all of this. Manage your environment, no background noise. Everybody knows that. We're doing great on Zoom. Interruptions, stay present on the call. This is something I do want to talk about, because you all paid for this course. So treat it accordingly. Try not to be doing something else while you're on here. I do that all the time. I'm constantly doing 14 things at once, but you invested $100 in yourself and made the commitment to do this course. So be of integrity with yourself and be here and be prepared and be on time. It's just sort of good etiquette for everybody, but it's best for you, right? I am going to, I think, kind of these assignments that were in the email that I sent you, I feel like they're going to take a little bit longer to walk through. So I might ask you to email your answers to me to these, because we kind of went a little bit over tonight because of the snafus on my end. 85% of people that purchase online courses don't finish them. Yeah. We're here to keep each other accountable. We're here to support one another and help you, help me, help Jackie, everybody get through this together, okay? And I think it'll be super fun. And I obviously think it'll be effective, or I would never have recommended it. So the 4 questions that were in your email were, what do you most want to accomplish in your business within a year, and why? What do you most want to accomplish or experience in your business within the next 90 days? What do you believe that you must change about yourself, your habits, or your thinking that would support you in achieving greater results and confidence? And how can we most support you? What's your ideal mentor look like? If you were going to create the perfect partnership with somebody, what would it look like? What would you have experienced? How would that have felt for you? I'm going to ask that you send them to me, and then I'm probably going to share them with Kaz and Eunice and Bootsy and Jenna, so that we all kind of know we're all trying to learn how to be the best supporters we can be of our team. So I feel like that's about it for me tonight. I want to ask if people have questions. Yes, Kaz.
So the which day we want to do Memorial Day is actually the Monday or the Tuesday, not the 26th or the 27th. So right. Can you just literally, I'm going to screenshot you guys, who would raise your hand, stick it in front of your face, right up like this. Who would rather the Monday, put your hand there and hold it in front of the camera. All right, one person. Who would rather Tuesday?
We're going to see a whole bunch of hands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Tuesday. And then the rest of you presumably don't care.
Okay.
Correct?
I'm okay if it's Tuesday. I'll just probably have to drop early. If it's at the same time, I'll have to drop right at 7.
Okay. Okay. So
I can do Monday or Tuesday.
It is just, I think it's decided. Everybody really wanted to go for the 26th. And thanks. I was looking at my calendar wrong. The 26th. So that's when we will have that'll be our last one, our big wrap up. And we will have so much good stuff to talk about on that one. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Are we meeting on next Monday as well?
Yes.
Okay. because that the email doesn't have that, but Facebook does, so I was confused.
Oh, it's not in the email. Okay, let me go
But
back.
it's every Monday and Tuesday for the rest of the month, except for Memorial Day will be on Tuesday, or every Monday and Wednesday.
Except for Memorial
Except for Memorial Day, which will be Tuesday and Wednesday of that week, or just Tuesday.
Yep. Is everybody good and confused at this point? Good. Lisa, I see your note. That's fine. Just make sure that you watch the replay and still do your homework and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through here. I don't see any more questions. Does anybody have a question? No. Okay. Thank you for being here tonight. Thanks for putting up with the stops and starts. Just a little reminder, tomorrow night, we're doing a, what did you call it, Kaz? It was so good. What was it?
Hold it.
Talk about
Tell me
it.
more. Tell me more Tuesdays.
Tell us more, Kaz.
Tell us more. So the idea is that it's super casual. It's every Tuesday in May at least, and then we'll see. But it's just an opportunity for you to invite folks who are interested in joining us, joining our teams. And we've got the Dream Crew leaders who are just going to be able to share a little bit about our business opportunity, what we do, why they should join us. So we're just a way to help you grow your teams, to get them on.
Folks, for sure. Anybody that you've been talking to, anybody at all, invite them to join us tomorrow night. That information is also in the Dream Crew. I will triple check it to make sure that that's Zoom link.
It's a Zoom link?
Yeah, we're not sharing the Zoom link publicly. So the way for you to share it is to say, what is it? Tell me about it Tuesday.
Tell me more.
Happy hour. Tell me more Tuesday. Happy hour with One Hope. If you'd like to talk about it, if you'd like to talk about One Hope, learn more about One Hope, PM me and I'll send you the link. So we don't really want to broadcast the link publicly. That also gives you an opportunity to know sort of who's coming. And this is the Facebook party training from Steve. Michaela, can you clarify your question for me? No, you muted yourself again. Hang on. You're muted. Okay, go.
So I bought the training from him, and I'm trying to log on because I did the gold membership or whatever.
Okay.
And is it that 9-part one?
Yeah, in the gold membership, if you are a gold member and you're accessing the training through the gold program, it's called something different. What is it called, Michaela? How to explode your Facebook?
Yeah, it's something. That's why I want to make sure I'm getting I'm looking at the right one, because I don't know if it's the designing extraordinary 8-day Facebook party. Okay, I just want to make sure that I'm tracking the right one. I don't want
Thank you, Brenda.
do the wrong thing.
So it's called something a little different in the two different places, but it's the
perfect
training. And again, remember that we're paring it down. We don't want it to be 8 days. We want it to be a lot shorter than that. The other thing that you may have heard or seen in your emails with Steve is that there's a group starting, Facebook group, Exploding Your Social Media something. And that group starts on the 18th. You will be automatically invited to that group. I think it's going to be a really good group. Mandy and Michelle are in that group. So you're gonna get a lot of really good support, and there will be a lot of people from other businesses as well. But I think you guys will get a lot of really good support from there. So, okay, everybody good? Any questions? No. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you